What's up, guys? Today's song is going to be Church by Gary Clark Jr. It's standard tuning. Alright, guys, this song is going to start out with some muted strums, so you're going to just cover the strings lightly so you get that muted sound. And it's going to start out like this. Okay, so. And then it jumps right into a G chord, which is going to be 3rd fret low E, 2nd fret A, and then 3rd fret high E and B string. Okay. So when you jump into that G chord, it's pretty much going to be a down up down up down up strum. Your right hand's really not going to stop moving the whole song. So it jumps right into that. Okay, and after that, it's gonna jump into. You're gonna pretty much just bring your middle finger and pointer finger down a string. So now your middle finger is on the A string, 3rd fret, and your pointer finger is on the 2nd fret, D string, and then you're gonna kind of just put your thumb right over the low E just to mute it, and that's a C chord. So this is the G, starting with the G. So when you move to the C chord, it's pretty much just like a down, down, up, and then right back into the G. And your pinky finger and your ring finger aren't going to move off of that high E and B string on the 3rd fret. So from going to that G chord to the C chord, you're going to do that 6 times to start the song out. Okay, so from G to C, that's 1 time, then you can go back to G to C 2 times, and you can do that 6 times to start out. Okay, same thing, 6 times. After you finish doing that 6 times, it's going to jump into an E minor. It's the same strum pattern too. To an F. Right back to the G again. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, so just to recap so far, to start out doing the strumming, the muted strums, jumps into that G to the C. You do that 6 times, then it goes into the goes from the E minor to the F, and then it goes right back into the G to C again. Same thing. It's going to do that again 6 times. Okay, so this time coming out of the C chord, instead of going to the E minor to the F, you're going to go from A minor to a C. Okay? The way you're going to do it, when you land on the A minor, you're pretty much going to be just taking your ring finger on and off of that G string on the 2nd fret. So it's okay. Okay, so then after that, to jump into the C chord, it's gonna look like this. It's 1 strum, you're pretty much just bringing your ring finger up to the A string on the second fret. Then you're jumping into a C. Okay, so slowly it looks like this. Okay, so A minor to C. Okay. So after that, A minor to C goes back to the G to the C again, and also again you're gonna do that 6 times again. Then you're gonna go back to the A minor C part. This is the exact same way that I just showed you. Then again goes back to the G C 6 times, and then it goes back to the E minor F part. Okay. And coming out of the F, you're going to go back to the G and C, but you're only going to do that 2 times then. Okay, so after it does that 2 more times, it's going to go into this riff that kind of revolves around the A string. So this is how it's going to sound. Okay, so the way you do that riff, it's, like I said, it's based around the A string. So the notes in it is 10th fret, A string, 9th fret, A string, 7th fret, A string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, slide to 5th, and then like the low part of a G chord. Okay, so I'm using my thumb to mute the low E string again, and because you want to have more like that muted sound with only playing the one note on the A string each time. You don't want it to sound just like. You want it to sound a little bit more full, so it'd be more like. So you could kind of strum more. So the way, like I said, I'm doing that, I'm using my thumb to mute the low E. I'm sliding in with my ring finger onto the 10th fret, and then I'm kind of muting like the G string with the same finger, my middle finger. So you could kind of hear some of the higher strings up here, which is fine though. You just kind of want to mute the low E, the G string, and yeah, that's really it. So it's okay to hear some of those higher notes. So it's like pretty much two strums on the 10th fret on the A string, 2 strums on the 9th fret, and then you're going to hold a little bit longer when you get to the 7th fret. Then you go down to the 2nd fret. Again, I'm doing the same thing, muting with my low E, and then muting with the G. And now I'm using my pointer finger up here. Because you have to use your pointer finger here on the 2nd fret, because you're going to hit that once, then you're going to use your middle finger on the 3rd fret, and slide. And then the top part of a G, or I should say the low part of the G. So it's 3rd fret, 3rd fret low E, and 2nd fret A. Don't worry about covering the higher strings. So you're just kind of hitting the top 3 strings, or 3 or 4 strings. So to go through it slowly. Okay, hope everyone's got that. So that A riff I showed you, that goes from 10th, 9th, 7th, 2nd, 3 to 5 slide, and then G chord. You're going to do that 4 times, okay? Then it goes back into the G to the C. It's going to do that 6 more times again. Then after that, it jumps into that A minor to the C part I showed you. Same exact way that I showed you earlier. And then again to the G, that C chord. It's going to do that 6 more times. Then it goes into the E minor to the F part. Okay, then it's going to go back to the G, C chords 3 times only. And then back to the E minor to the F. And then you're just going to end on that G to the C chord, and that's kind of, the song's going to kind of just phase out after that. So yeah, I hope you guys got all that. A lot of the song is just repetition of what I've already shown you, the same chord progression, same ideas and everything. Okay, so I'm going to just play a little bit of it, just to, again, give you guys some context of how it's going to sound and how it's going to look. So. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope it helped. And also there's going to be lessons and tutorials coming every week on my channel, so I hope you guys subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.